There are moments when life seems to whisper something that we cannot immediately understand. Have you ever noticed how some dreams seem more vivid than others? Those that leave a trail of feelings, almost like a gentle breeze touching your face and disappearing before we can grasp what happened. Perhaps you have woken up recently with a sense that someone was there, by your side. Not just a distant presence, but an energy that seemed to speak directly to your heart. Well, know this, it's not a coincidence. The angels have a message for you. In the past few days, you may have noticed small signs that go unnoticed amidst the routine. A song that unexpectedly plays, a repeating number, or even an inexplicable sense of déjà vu. It's as if the universe is trying to get your attention, subtly but persistently. These signs, my dear, are like invisible threads that connect you to another soul. And, at this very moment, someone is connecting with you in a way deeper than you can imagine. The angels tell me that this person has been dreaming about you repeatedly. These are not ordinary dreams, but spiritual encounters, where the essence of both of you meets on a plane beyond this reality. And even if you can't remember clearly, these dreams leave imprints on your spirit. Have you ever felt an inexplicable warmth in your chest upon waking up? Or a longing for something you can't quite name? These are signs that your energy is being touched by another soul. This person, guided by something greater, is in search of answers. And the angels want you to know, there is a purpose to this connection. It's as if life is weaving your paths together subtly, preparing the ground for something yet to come. But to fully understand this, you must open your heart and pay attention to the signs around you. Have you noticed how certain dreams seem to carry messages? Like riddles the universe places before us, waiting for us to decipher them? Let me share something the angels revealed to me. One time, a person woke up with a feeling of having received a hug in a dream. They vaguely remembered a face, a gaze radiating peace. For weeks, they brushed it off, until they began to notice signs in their waking life. White feathers appearing in unlikely places, a sweet fragrance in the air with no explanation, and finally, an unexpected message from someone they hadn't seen in years. All of this led to a reunion that completely transformed their life. That's the power of connections that transcend time and space. And now, I ask you, what are the angels trying to show you? They tell me that your intuition has already picked up on something, even if you haven't been able to put it into words yet. Perhaps you've felt unsettled in the past few days, as if something is about to happen. Or maybe you've noticed certain faces repeatedly showing up in your dreams, even those you don't recognize. This is an invitation for you to connect with your own essence and the messages the universe is sending. Take a deep breath now. Feel the air filling your lungs as a reminder that you are alive, present, and that there is something much greater looking after you. The angels want you to know that everything is unfolding in the right time, and that even if you don't see the path clearly, it is being illuminated step by step. And as you ponder on this, ask yourself, who might be thinking of you right now? What kind of connection is forming in your spiritual world, even if you don't fully understand it yet? The angels are here to guide you, and I sense that the next step of this journey will bring profound answers. That's what we'll talk about soon. After all, there's a reason why you're reading these words now. There's something pulsating beyond what the eyes can see, an invisible thread that connects two souls even from a distance. Do you feel it? A subtle vibration, as if someone is silently calling your name, at the most unexpected moment. The angels tell me that this connection you feel is not by chance, but something much greater, something that transcends time and space. There's a person somewhere who has been dreaming of you every night, and the energy of this bond is intensifying in a way that cannot be ignored. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a starry sky, so vast that it seems to hold all the secrets of the universe. Somewhere among those stars, there's a message that the angels want you to receive now. They want you to know that this bond you share with this person is sacred. It doesn't matter if you're separated by miles or by entire lifetimes. What unites you is an ancient promise, made even before you walked this earth. Have you ever felt like certain people come into your life as if they were pages from a book you've read before? That's how the angels describe this connection. A story that has not yet ended, but one that continues to be written, night after night, dream after dream. The angels show me that this person carries a deep desire to reconnect with you. In their dreams, they seek answers, trying to understand why you appear so vividly, like a flame that illuminates the darkness of their sleeping mind. You may not remember, but your soul recognizes this quest. Perhaps you felt an inexplicable restlessness, as if something was trying to reach you. Do not ignore this feeling. It is real. This connection is like a breeze that crosses through time, bringing memories and emotions that seem to have no clear origin. But the angels want you to know that, even though it may seem mysterious, everything has a purpose. You and this person are connected by a spiritual mission, something that goes beyond logical understanding. Maybe you have something to heal together, a lesson to learn, or a love so pure that transcends even physical barriers. What matters now is that you are being called to accept this bond, to honor it with an open heart. Have you noticed how certain signs seem to appear when you least expect them? A repeated number, a song that plays at the right moment, or even an inexplicable sense of peace that invades your day. The angels are using these signs to remind you that this connection not only exists, but is strengthening. They want you to trust the process, even if you can't see the full picture yet. The divine light is guiding both of you, even if the paths seem unclear at the moment. And there is something else that the angels want you to know. The person who feels their presence so intensely in dreams is being transformed by this experience. Dreams have a special power, the power to access what the rational mind can't comprehend. Every night, as they dream of you, a part of them reveals itself, heals, and moves closer to something greater. And you, even without realizing it, are part of this transformation. Your connection is not one-sided. It flows in both directions, like a river of energy that nurtures and uplifts. But perhaps you're wondering, why now? Why are the angels showing me this at this moment? They say that you are ready. Ready to recognize the power of this bond and to welcome all that it can bring to your life. It's not just about romance or reunions. It's about growth, spiritual expansion, understanding that you're not alone on this journey. There is a soul walking with you, even if invisibly. The angels have a clear message. Trust what you feel. Trust the wisdom that exists within you, the intuition that often tries to guide you, but that you may be ignoring or rationalizing. They ask you to take a moment of your day to connect with this energy. Light a candle, close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and say, I accept what the universe has for me. I am open to the truth and light that this connection brings. By doing this, you not only strengthen the bond, but also invite the angels to manifest even more clearly in your life. And as you reflect on all of this, know that nothing happens by chance. The person who dreams of you every night is being guided by the same angels who are now touching your heart. They are orchestrating something beautiful, something that can only be understood in the fullness of time. But there is more to be revealed. Are you ready to discover the next step that the angels have for you? What comes next could change everything. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. A veil of silence covers the world as night falls. Outside, the stars seem closer, as if whispering secrets that only the most attentive hearts can hear. Now imagine, somewhere out there as you rest, there is a soul who, in their purest state, has been dreaming of you. But these dreams are not mere fantasies. They carry something deeper, more intense, something that perhaps even that person doesn't fully comprehend. Have you ever stopped to think about what dreams can really mean? The angels want you to know something powerful. Dreams are like portals between two worlds. They are not just echoes of what we experience during the day, but reflections of what our soul longs for, of what we often fear to say or admit, even to ourselves. When someone dreams of you repeatedly, it can be a sign that there is something unresolved, something that transcends words and only manifests in that space where souls meet without barriers. Maybe it's a dormant desire, a feeling that never found the courage to bloom in the waking world, but in the realm of dreams, it comes to life. And it's important to remember that angels work in mysterious ways. They communicate with us through symbols, emotions, and often through dreams. When two souls are connected by something greater, whether it's a bond of love, longing, or even a lesson they need to learn together, dreams can become a reflection of that connection. Imagine for a moment that each dream is like a mirror, revealing what someone's heart holds in silence. It could be a love that was never confessed, a reconciliation that needs to happen, or even a plea for forgiveness that person's soul is trying to express. Have you ever woken up with the feeling of having experienced something so real that it seemed impossible to believe it was just a dream? Maybe you felt someone's touch, heard a familiar voice, or felt an unexplainable warmth in your chest. These moments are not coincidences. They are reminders that, in dreams, the barriers of time and space disappear. It's in this state of purity that our true desires come to the surface, without the masks we wear in the waking world. And sometimes, these desires are so intense that they become impossible to ignore, even for those who experience them only in the dream realm. The angels want you to know, when someone dreams about you repeatedly, it's not a coincidence. It's like a whisper from the universe, a call to look closer, to listen with the heart. Perhaps that person is trying to find the courage to approach you or to resolve something left unfinished. Or maybe the angels are using these dreams to guide you, to help you understand something you haven't fully seen yet. What do you think that soul might be trying to say? And what do the angels want you to see through this? There's a story that the angels once told me. A woman was torn about a connection she had with someone from the past. She couldn't understand why she kept dreaming about this person, even after years of silence between them. In her dreams, she felt their presence, as if they wanted to tell her something, but the words never came. One day, while walking alone, she stumbled upon a fallen white feather, a gift from the angels, a sign that she should pay attention. She decided to let go of her pride and send a simple message, asking how they were doing. What she discovered was surprising. They had also dreamt about her. For years, they carried feelings they never had the courage to share. This simple act of opening their heart brought healing to both, allowing them to move forward, with or without definitive answers. And this brings us to another reflection. Could the angels be trying to show you something now? Someone who is dreaming about you may be seeking, in the spiritual realm, the courage to connect. Or perhaps it is you who needs to look within and ask yourself, what are these dreams, coming from another soul, trying to awaken in me? The angels want you to know that nothing happens by chance. Every dream, every sensation, every sudden memory that arises has a divine purpose. You don't need to have all the answers right now. Just trust. The angels whisper that, by paying attention to the signs, a song that unexpectedly plays, a memory that pops out of nowhere, or even that inexplicable feeling of longing, you'll begin to understand. And if, upon reflecting, you feel that there is something that needs to be said or done, do it with an open and confident heart. The angels will always be by your side, guiding your steps. Now, I want you to take a moment for yourself. Place your hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and repeat in your mind, I embrace the wisdom of dreams and trust the paths that the angels are revealing to me. This simple act of surrender can open doors that you didn't even know existed. And as you ponder this, know that the angels still have more to reveal to you. What is this connection trying to teach you? What is coming may transform your life in ways you never imagined. So, keep listening. The answers are closer than you think. Have you ever felt, even from afar, such a deep connection with someone that it seemed to transcend mere human understanding? As if somehow, your hearts were speaking in silence, despite all barriers? There is an invisible force that binds two souls in this way. It's not something you can see, touch, or measure, but it's as real as the air you breathe or the warmth that embraces your skin on a sunny afternoon. This force, dear one, is like a golden thread woven by angels, uniting two destinies, even when everything seems separate. The angels have told me that there is someone somewhere who holds you in their thoughts as if your presence were a star illuminating dark nights. This person, even without visible words or gestures, feels you. Perhaps you have already sensed this. A sudden intuition. A thought that comes out of nowhere. A dream that insists on bringing a familiar face or even a feeling of unexplainable warmth in your chest. These are the little sparks of this invisible connection. A reminder that, even when paths seem distant, two souls can meet in a space beyond the physical. The angels want you to know that these connections don't happen by chance. They have a purpose. Sometimes, they emerge to heal old wounds, to bring light where there was once darkness, or to remind you that true love always finds a way. It's possible that they are going through a moment of doubt or loneliness, yet their heart is still drawn to yours, like a magnet unable to resist the pull of this bond. Have you ever felt this calling? Like something within you whispers that there's an unfinished story, a promise made even before you existed here, in this world? Often, when the angels see that two souls are meant to support each other, they create signs and synchronicities to bring them closer. Have you ever noticed how certain events seem to align in almost a magical way? Perhaps a song playing on the radio that brings up memories of that person. or an unexpected encounter with something that reminds you of them, like a word, a scent, or even a repeated number. These are the angels' gentle nudges, indicating that something greater is at play. And speaking of which, did you know that the angels act as guardians of these connections? They whisper in the dreams of those who need to listen, send messages through feelings, and even set up seemingly chance encounters. A story comes to mind. Once, a woman was walking alone along a trail, feeling disconnected from the world. Suddenly, she found a white feather on her path. Something inside her made her stop, pick up the feather, and smile. Little did she know, at that very moment, someone on the other side of the world had also found an identical feather. Coincidence? Angels don't believe in coincidences. They believe in subtle miracles that remind us that we are never truly alone. And this brings us to you. What the angels want you to know right now is that this invisible force is not just a link between you and another person. Above all, it's a reminder of your own power to love and be loved. You are deserving of a connection that transcends time and space. You are deserving of feeling that presence, even in moments of solitude. Because deep down, the love that binds two souls is something that cannot be broken by distance. It is eternal. It is unbreakable. Place your hand on your heart for a moment. Feel the warmth emanating from within you. This warmth is your own light, your divine energy, which the angels see as a golden flame. And now, silently repeat, I trust in the force that connects me to love. I am open to the signs from the angels and to the greater purpose of this connection. Allow yourself to feel this. Let that energy expand, like a river flowing gently towards the ocean. And as you ponder on this, the angels ask me to remind you of one last thing. This connection is a gift, but it's also an invitation. An invitation to trust, to believe, and to allow divine timing to do its work. Sometimes, what appears as distance is just a necessary pause for both hearts to prepare for something greater, something that you may not yet see. And now I ask you, what is this connection trying to teach you? Is it patience? Faith? Or perhaps, the simple act of trusting the unseen? Share with me in the comments what you felt while reading this message. The angels are listening, and they have much more to reveal to you in the moments ahead. After all, what's to come may be even deeper than you imagine. Have you ever wondered what happens during the silent hours of the night, while the world around you rests? There is something magical and mysterious that occurs in that space between sleep and waking. It's as if the universe, in its infinite wisdom, finds ways to send messages that perhaps you're not yet ready to hear during the day. And now, the angels urge you to pay attention. There is a soul who has been dreaming of you every night. Yes, you. But more than that, these dreams carry hidden emotional messages that may be shaping the course of your days without you realizing. Just imagine for a moment a subtle energy that connects hearts, even across distances. That person who appears in your dreams or dreams of you is trying to reach for something deeper, a bond that transcends words, a feeling that goes beyond the visible. The angels show me that these messages are not mere coincidences. They come loaded with meanings, like tiny notes left at the doors of your subconscious, waiting for you to read them with your heart. But what do these dreams want to tell you? Maybe they are memories of something you've experienced that has left gentle yet profound marks. Or perhaps they are premonitions of something yet to come, like a page in a book you haven't opened yet. The angels have a unique way of working in these moments. They use the language of symbols, sensations, and images that linger with you even after you wake up. A white feather that falls in your path, a familiar scent that arises out of nowhere, a gaze that feels familiar even coming from a stranger. All of this is part of a larger puzzle. And here I invite you to ponder. When you wake up from a dream like that, what do you feel? Is there a sense of longing? A warmth in your chest, as if something has been awakened within you? Or maybe a doubt, as if the universe is trying to tell you something, but the words are not clear enough yet? The angels ask you not to ignore these signs. They are like guiding stars on a dark night, illuminating the path you need to tread. One example that comes to mind is that of a person who, for weeks, dreamt of someone they had lost contact with long ago. In the dreams, that person smiled, but said nothing, as if they expected the dreamer to understand the message on their own. Until, on an apparently ordinary day, the two crossed paths by chance, and in that moment, everything made sense. The angels were preparing their spirit for that encounter, helping them to be ready for the words that needed to be spoken. Could something similar be happening to you now? Are these dreams a way of preparing your heart for something that is about to happen? The angels urge you to connect with these moments. Before sleeping, place your hand over your heart and say, "I am open to receive the messages that guide me. May the angels help me understand what I need to know." Allow this intention to be like a key that unlocks hidden doors during your rest. And upon waking up, write down what you remember. It doesn't matter if they are just fragments, a single word, or a disconnected scene. With time, the pieces will fit together, and the hidden messages will become clear. And this brings us to an essential point. Dreams are not just echoes of the past or glimpses of the future. They are also reflections of what you feel right now, even if you haven't realized it yet. What is this person who dreams of you every night trying to show you? Perhaps it's a need for forgiveness, a desire for reconnection, or even a reminder that you are more loved than you can imagine. The angels whisper to my heart that often these messages are delivered to heal wounds you didn't even know you were still carrying. Now, I ask you, are you ready to welcome these messages? Are you willing to listen to what the angels, through these nighttime connections, have to tell you? It's no coincidence that you are reading this now. It's no coincidence that this message has reached you. Angels work through synchronicities, and your presence here is proof that something greater is in motion. And as you reflect on all of this, let this truth settle within you: you are not alone. There is an invisible web of love, energy, pure intentions that surrounds you, even when you can't see it. This person who dreams of you is a part of it. It's a reminder that the universe always finds ways to connect us, to guide us, and to illuminate the paths we need to walk. So tonight, when you close your eyes, allow yourself to feel. Let the angels wrap you in their light, and be open to what the dreams wish to reveal to you. And remember, each message, each symbol, each sensation is a divine gift, sent to help you discover something extraordinary about yourself. Are you ready to listen? Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. As you rest in silence, cocooned by the softness of the night, there is someone somewhere who is connecting with you in dreams. It's not just a coincidence, nor a random occurrence. It's a meeting orchestrated by the forces of the universe, an invisible link that intertwines stories, destinies, and souls. The angels whisper that dreams are portals, gateways to messages that we may not always hear during the day, but ring clear in the silence of the wee hours. Have you ever woken up with that feeling that something significant happened while you slept? Perhaps a familiar face appeared, or a place that felt as real as the touch of a gentle breeze. Those dream encounters are not mere figments of the mind. They are often a manifestation of energies trying to reach you. The angels understand that amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life, you may not be attuned to their calling. So they find in dreams a way to draw near to guide you, and to show you what you may not yet see. But what does it mean when someone dreams of you? And furthermore, when you are the main character in a dream that replays night after night in someone else's mind? The angels reveal that this is no random occurrence. It could be a sign that there's something unresolved between you and that soul. Perhaps a spiritual bond that needs strengthening, or even releasing. Perhaps that person is being led to you so that both may learn or heal something together. This is not merely a twist of fate, it's a call for you to pay attention. Ask yourself, what have your dreams been trying to tell you? Perhaps you have noticed patterns, recurring images, or even emotions that linger with you throughout the day, like a sweet perfume that refuses to fade away. These are the signs that angels are sending your way. They want you to know, what unfolds in the realm of dreams is also a part of your spiritual journey. Do not ignore it. I once heard a story that deeply touched me. There was a person who, for weeks, dreamt of a figure that seemed distant, almost unknown. At first, they didn't pay much attention. They thought it was just fragments of random memories. But the dreams persisted, until one day, they encountered this person in real life. It was a meeting that changed everything. They discovered that their stories were intertwined, that they had something to teach each other. And it all began with a dream. The angels want you to know that something similar might be happening to you. Those encounters that seem so fleeting, so ethereal, might actually be seeds of something greater. A connection, a purpose, a lesson that you need to integrate into your life. And you know what's even more beautiful? You are not alone in this process. The angels are by your side, guiding you to understand what these dreams mean and how they can transform your journey. So, what should you do now? First, start paying attention. Before falling asleep, close your eyes and ask the angels to illuminate your dreams with clarity. Tell them, "Reveal to me what I need to know. Show me the way." And upon waking up, take a moment to reflect. Write down what you remember, even if it's just fragments. Often, the pieces of the puzzle will only make sense later, when you are ready to see the complete picture. And here's something deep to ponder. Dream encounters are not just about another person. Often, they are a mirror of something within you. A part of their soul that is asking for attention, healing, or understanding. Do not ignore these calls. They are, essentially, invitations for you to get even closer to your truth, to your inner light. Now, as you reflect on this, ask yourself, what was the last dream that moved you? What might it be trying to say? Let your intuition guide you. And if you feel in your heart that something needs to be shared, write it in the comments. The angels love it when you put into words the intentions of your soul. They listen, embrace, and respond. And as you do that, know this, the next step of this journey will be even more revealing. The angels are preparing something special for you. Trust and keep going. What is in store for you can change everything. Are you ready? Have you ever felt like the universe was whispering something in your ear, but you weren't quite sure how to decipher that message? There are moments in life when everything around us seems to align in a mysterious way, as if invisible forces were working to guide us. That's what the angels want to talk to you about now, the magic that happens when faith and synchronicity meet. Imagine for a moment. You are in an ordinary day, maybe driving to work or walking down the sidewalk, when something catches your attention. It could be a song that starts playing on the radio, the exact words that echo what you were feeling. Or maybe it's a number that repeats incessantly, on the clock, on a car plate, on a receipt. These small signs, so easy to ignore, are actually messages. Synchronicity is the divine language that the angels use to touch your heart, to remind you that you are not alone and that everything is indeed connected. But here's the secret that few know. Synchronicity only gains power when it's fueled by faith. Faith isn't just believing in something greater. It's trusting that what's unfolding now, no matter how confusing or challenging it may seem, is guiding you to where you're truly meant to be. When you put your faith in what you can't see, you create space for miracles to unfold. And often, these miracles begin in the realm of dreams. Did you know that dreams aren't just reflections of what's in your mind? They are portals. It's where angels often converse with you, showing images, people, and stories that carry profound messages. And perhaps without you realizing it, someone could be dreaming of you right now. Not by chance, but because the universe is weaving the invisible threads that connect your life to someone else's, or perhaps to the fulfillment of a wish you've held for so long. There was once, not long ago, when someone told me something extraordinary. They were going through a period of doubts, feeling lost, unsure of which path to take. One day, they began dreaming repeatedly about a blue butterfly. Every night, they saw this butterfly landing on their hand, so real that they could feel the soft touch of its wings. Without understanding what it meant, they started paying more attention to their surroundings. That's when they found small signs. A butterfly printed in a book they casually picked up from the shelf, another one on a billboard they had never noticed before. They decided to follow their intuition and dove into a project that seemed impossible. Months later, they realized that the butterfly was a symbol of transformation. It was their faith that those messages had a purpose that led them to create a life that once seemed like just a distant dream. And what about you? What are the angels showing you right now? Is there something in your life that keeps repeating, but that perhaps you haven't recognized yet as a sign? It could be a word someone mentioned several times, an object that keeps appearing, or even an unexplainable feeling that something is coming. When you combine this perception with faith, the trust that what is coming is for your highest good, you activate the power of synchronicity to turn your dreams into reality. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what are the angels trying to tell me? What is the next step I need to take to turn what I desire into something tangible? Place your hand over your heart and silently repeat, I trust the path opening up before me. I trust the signs I receive. I trust that the angels guide me with love. As you reflect on this, remember that every dream, every sign, Every moment of doubt you experience is part of a bigger plan. And when faith meets synchronicity, there are no limits to what you can achieve. The question the angels leave for you today is, are you ready to recognize the signs and embrace the transformation that is coming your way? And as you think about this, know that what comes next will be even more revealing. Have you ever stopped to think about the invisible force that moves souls toward each other? There is something beyond chance, something that eyes do not see, but that the heart deeply feels. The angels, always attentive, tell me that, at this exact moment, there is someone who has been dreaming of you. It's not by chance. It's not just a coincidence. There is a spiritual energy connecting you, as if a golden thread intertwines your stories, even if you are still apart. This thread cannot be cut, for it is made of that which is eternal, the light of the soul. Maybe you felt it recently, an inexplicable sensation, a thought that arises without warning, as if someone is calling out to you in silence. It can happen while you're tidying up the house, while the wind kisses your face on any given afternoon, or even in the final moments before sleep takes over. This subtle presence isn't a creation of your imagination. It's spiritual energy at work, opening invisible pathways for meaningful encounters to take place. Can you feel it? The angels whisper that, at times, the deepest connections are born from the unseen. Even before words are exchanged, before gazes meet, souls are already dancing together on a higher plane. That's where the mystery of life resides. Have you ever wondered why certain meetings seem so inevitable, so full of purpose? It's not because you were in the right place at the right time. It's because that energy, guided by angels, was paving the way long before. Once, a woman shared her story with me. She was going through a tough time, feeling disconnected and alone, when she started noticing something unusual. Every night, she dreamt of a figure that seemed familiar, yet she couldn't quite place. At first, she thought it was just her tired mind playing tricks. But the dreams persisted, night after night, until she began to feel a kind of comfort, as if that presence was there to bring her peace. Weeks later, while walking through a park, she bumped into someone. It wasn't just a chance encounter. The gaze of that stranger was the same gaze she saw in her dreams. And in that moment, she knew, the angels had aligned their paths. And that brings us to something very important that the angels want you to know. Spiritual energy is like a crystal-clear stream of water. It flows to where it is needed, connecting those who need to meet, even if they don't know it yet. It could be a friendship, a love, or even a soul that comes to help in your journey of self-discovery. But what you need to understand is that none of this happens by chance. The energy you emit attracts what is meant for you. Perhaps at this moment, you are wondering, but why would someone dream of me? What makes me special? Let me tell you something that the angels insist on repeating. You are a unique light in this world. Your energy, even when you don't realize it, touches other lives. And the person who dreams of you feels this light. It's as if your soul is calling out to the other, without you needing to say a word. You may not know this person yet, or perhaps you have already crossed paths with them without realizing. But the fact is that a connection is being formed, as if the angels are drawing an invisible map to guide you both. Now, place your hand on your heart, close your eyes for a moment, and take a deep breath. Feel the warmth emanating from your chest, that silent vibration that is uniquely yours. This is what the angels are talking about when they say your energy is unique. Imagine this light as a field of warmth expanding, reaching places and people you couldn't even imagine. And as you do this, know that the person who has been dreaming of you is feeling the same. It's as if your souls are writing a story together before you even meet. The angels want you to be open to what is coming. Don't try to control the timing or the details. Just trust. When spiritual energy is in motion, it works in ways that we don't always understand in the moment, but that, over time, makes sense. That meeting that seemed casual, that conversation that changed something within you, or even the dream that keeps coming back. All of this is part of something greater, something that the angels are guiding. And as you reflect on this, ask yourself, what is the universe trying to show me? Is there a message that I haven't seen yet? Maybe it's time to light a candle, quiet your mind, and ask the angels to reveal the next step. They are listening. They always listen. And you are not alone on this journey. But now I want you to prepare yourself, because there is something even deeper to be revealed. What the angels have in store for you is more powerful than any expectation. What could be coming? Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your chest and making room for something new. There is an energy around you that pulses, that vibrates, as if it's trying to tell you that something big is about to happen. It's no coincidence that you are here now, reading these words. The angels have guided me to share this message with you because they know that deep in your heart, there's a flame that still flickers, unsure whether to believe that something extraordinary is being prepared for your life. But I need to tell you, it takes courage to believe. Courage to trust the unseen, what cannot yet be seen, but can already be felt. Can you feel it? That sensation that the winds are changing, that the universe is conspiring in their favor, even if the circumstances have not fully revealed themselves yet? The angels have been whispering this in their dreams, in small signs throughout the day, that song that plays at the perfect moment, that unexpected message, or even the silence that invites them to listen to their soul. Have you ever noticed how sometimes doubt can be heavier than fear itself? Doubt whispers that maybe you are not worthy of something grand, that maybe what you desire is too big, too far away. But the angels want you to know something very important right now. That doubt is not your truth. It does not belong to your essence. Because deep down, you are made of the same light as the stars, of the same strength that moves the waves of the sea. And it is that light, that power, that attracts the extraordinary into your life. Maybe you're thinking, but how can I believe, when so many times I've waited and nothing happened? When so many promises seem to have gotten lost along the way? I understand. The angels understand. They see the marks that waiting has left on you, the nights when you wondered if it was still worth dreaming. But they have asked me to tell you that divine timing is not the same as human timing. What seems like delay is actually a preparation. What is to come requires your strength, your faith, and above all, your heart open to receive. And now more than ever, it's time to make room for the new. Think about this. How would your life be if you made the decision, right at this moment, to believe that the extraordinary is on its way? Close your eyes again and imagine. Envision what you desire so much. Not as a distant dream, but as something that is already approaching, that is already taking shape. Can you feel the warmth of this possibility? Can you perceive how your spirit begins to expand, as if it's saying yes to the universe? It's this yes that the angels are waiting to hear from you, because they can only deliver what you are ready to receive. The courage you need is not grandiose, not heroic. It's a gentle courage, like a flower that opens at dawn, even without knowing if the sun will come. It's the courage to take a step, even if the path isn't fully illuminated. It's the courage to believe that, even amidst uncertainty, you're being guided by something greater, by a force that knows every part of you and only wants what's best for you. Allow yourself to feel this protection now. Imagine a golden light descending upon you, enveloping your body, your heart. This is the presence of the angels, who have never left you alone. They have been quietly working in your favor, removing obstacles, preparing encounters, opening doors you didn't even know existed. And now they ask for only one thing, that you trust, that you believe, that you hold on to that flame within you and keep it burning, even when the winds seem threatening. And it's important to remember, you don't have to do this alone. With every step you take, the angels walk by your side. When you feel you have no strength, they carry you. When you feel lost, they send signs. Perhaps you have already noticed this, or maybe this is the first time these words resonate within you. But one way or another, know that you have never been alone. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what are you willing to release to make space for the extraordinary? It could be a fear, a limiting belief, or even a vision you had of yourself that no longer aligns with the person you are becoming. The extraordinary requires space, and the angels are here to help you create that space, to remove anything that no longer serves your purpose. Place your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath, and repeat to yourself, I am worthy of receiving the extraordinary. I trust divine timing. I open my heart to the miracles that are on their way. Feel these words reverberating within you, as if every cell in your body is being filled with this truth. And as you reflect on this, know that the angels have more to tell you. They are just beginning to reveal what is in store for you. Allow yourself to believe. Allow yourself to trust. Because the extraordinary is not just a possibility, it is already on its way, and all you need to do is welcome it. Have you ever felt, in the silence of the night, as if something inside you is trying to speak louder? A soft voice, almost like a whisper, that doesn't come from your thoughts, but from a deeper place? It is in this voice that hope resides. It is in it that the angels deliver their most powerful message. You are not lost, and the path you seek is already being illuminated. Hope is a lighthouse, even in moments when everything around you seems to be crumbling. It doesn't require you to see the complete destination, just to trust the next step. And that's exactly what the angels want you to understand now. Your intuition is the compass that will guide you. What you feel, what beats in your heart, is not by chance. These signs, often subtle, are the divine nudges that life uses to steer you in the right direction. Remember a moment when you made a decision that seemed irrational, but somehow felt right. It might have been a small choice, like taking a different route home, or something bigger, like saying yes to an opportunity you weren't sure about. Deep down, you knew it was the right thing, even without concrete evidence. That's the power of your intuition, that part of you that connects directly to higher plans, where angels are constantly whispering, "Trust yourself." And when you blend that intuition with hope, something magical happens. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil and being certain that even if storms come, it will bloom at the right time. Hope isn't the certainty that everything will be easy, but the belief that in the end, it will all have been worth it. And the angels want you to know, they are watering that seed with love and light, every day. There's a story the angels ask me to share with you. It's about someone who, amidst the pain of a deep loss, found strength in what seemed like a simple sign. Once, while walking through the park, this person found a white feather on the ground, right at their feet. It wasn't just any day. It was a day when they had prayed for a sign that they weren't alone. That delicate feather brought a sense of peace that couldn't be explained. And it was in that moment that they realized, the angels were there, guiding them, even when everything seemed dark. The signs are always around us, but you have to be willing to perceive them. It could be the breeze that unexpectedly touches your face, a song that starts playing on the radio with lyrics that seem to speak directly to you, or even a recurring dream that insists on delivering a message. Angels don't communicate grandly. They are subtle, because they know that true transformation happens within you. Now, I need to ask you a question. What is your intuition trying to tell you right now? You may already know the answer, but are afraid to admit it. Or maybe you just need more time to listen clearly. But know this, the angels are guiding you towards something greater, something that will heal the wounds that time hasn't been able to touch. They are asking you to trust the process, even when the waiting feels long or the days are challenging. If you feel a heavy heart, the angels suggest a simple ritual. Close your eyes, place your hand on your chest, and take a deep breath. Imagine a golden light surrounding you, calming your mind and warming your soul. And repeat, either in your thoughts or out loud, "I trust the path that is being unveiled. I am guided by light and hope." Do this when you need clarity. This small gesture is like opening a door for the angels to come in and help you see the next step. And as you ponder on this, know that hope is not just a feeling, it is a choice. A choice to believe in what you cannot yet see, but that is already being created for you in divine plans. Trust your intuition, for it is the voice the angels use to speak directly to your heart. And remember, you are never alone. They are always by your side, whispering the answers you seek. But there is something more they want you to know, and that will be revealed soon. For now, hold on to this truth. Hope is the bridge between what you desire and what is meant to be. And the angels are already paving the way. So, take a deep breath and trust. The best is yet to come.